Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I will tell you a little about people who were born on June 9th leap years or June 10th common years. Materials are selectively taken from the catalog of human population. So, what are women born on June 10th like? Now you will know. My last show was devoted to those born on March 5th, who sex-wise remind of a sewing machine which has been forgotten to be turned off. But with June 10th, sex happens quickly, or very quickly. If you were seduced by a soft, low voice and charming appearance of this lady, you should know. The way into bed with her lies through her stomach. For her, it's important that there is time period devoted to candy and flower bouquets, a period of courtship. It's enough for you to play a role of an unpretentious nice guy, who does not aspire to fluff up his tail and to go around like a peacock. On the contrary, you should appear to June 10th as being modest, politely chatting about all and nothing. He acts like a person who is interested exclusively in her. No matter what June 10th says, he displays big surprised eyes, applauds, and creates a grimace full of admiration. During this conversation, it is very good to pour more and more of sweet Vermouth. And to offer her some chicken as a snack. It's even better to offer her some fish. And then order some sparkling wine. June 10th will never refuse such a refreshment. And then it's desirable to suggest taking a drive in a car. Big, beautiful, shining car. In worst case scenario, a taxi will do. Make sure to prepare a bottle of semi-sweet champagne, and then you can safely rush to bed. Upon arrival, do not forget to uncork the champagne and to pour it into June 10th. It's a necessary process. After playing around a bit, June 10th will drink a couple of glasses and then, well, you can grab her and, taken by the impulse of hot passion, safely drag her directly under the blankets. There, present yourself as a sexual rapist. And if she becomes hysterical, which is often not uncommon for her, slap her in the face a couple of times. And then carry on the sexual fight. Try to finish on time, because women born on June 10th do it from behind, quickly. And then, right away, they dive into a refrigerator, a TV, or champagne, and sleep. If all this is quite fine with you, and you make a decision to continue contact with June 10th, you need to become a reckless buffoon whose mouth constantly oozes sweet balm. Promise to realize any of June 10th's desires. Promise to marry her, die on one day at a very old age. In other words, constantly coo as a hungry pigeon, and June 10th is yours forever. By continuing similar tactics, you, on one hand, will get regular access to the body, and on the other hand, a remarkable pet. It will be necessary to look after her constantly, and she will soon turn into a female smiley of an enormous size. She will be interested only in food, cinema, wine, and reproduction. Yes, regular hysterics as well. However, hysterics are not a problem. You can easily stop these attacks using flattery. And after such life, rather soon, those born on June 10th will turn into finished degenerates with shaken mentality. And one day, a psychiatric clinic may become seriously interested in them. You certainly can't take advantage of it. Especially if from the very beginning your basic interest in this lady was her rich dad or inheritance, for example, money, an apartment, a summer residence, and so on. However, it will be bad of you, unethical. You should know that the process of transformation into soft soul is very quickly. In already 3 months, half a year maximum, you will not recognize the object of your passion. The thing is that this type of subspecies gain weight very quickly, which inevitably leads to heart diseases. often very difficult ones, that they represent a threat for their lives. Your genie from a lamp type of behavior can bring a representative of the given subspecies either to a psychiatric hospital or a burial service very quickly. So be careful, gentlemen. Be more cautious. Oh, and I forgot to warn you. As far as the sexual factor, the chubby smiley will no longer actively solicit you. She simply will not be able to. It's good that June 10th are finished dreamers. They are ready to engage in this process always and anywhere. Just do not distract them. So they sit for hours in front of the TV, chewing on their favorite bacon together with bread and garlic, and swallow handfuls of roasted peanuts or sunflower seeds, spitting all around them. So what now? This is how they were created by Mother Nature. They dream of good words, romantic relationships, palm trees, aqua parks, and slowly grow fat. Well, and thank God, there cannot be too many good people. Only do not unnecessarily talk about them with anybody. Not in their presence, I mean. It's better to do this behind their back. Because if they witness it, they will at once go into a rage and prepare for a furious attack. Sometimes even with fists. Although more often they simply will shout. Where does their silent voice, languid rumbling, which occurs when their bodies are being scratched and massaged, disappear to at such moments? Their voices become trumpet-like and malicious. Offended by being mentioned in vain, those born on June 10th once and for all wish to restore their status quo. Their status is inviolable. It's they who are the most important, most clever, all-knowing and skillful. Just do not say that they're worthless in sex. Stupid gloutons, hysterical, and psychopathic. They will never forgive you for this. They will make sure to get back at you. And they will arrange a scandal which they enjoy very much. Do not lead your relationship with them to this threshold. Otherwise, they can break their voice, get a heart attack. Or they will try to muffle the hysteric with an expected but an off-scheduled, impressive portion of their favorite martini. While washing down the insult and disappointment in you in life, it is gradually possible to become an alcoholic. Especially if someone with bad intentions brings to create such situations more often. Therefore, we warn you, do not do this to those born on June 10th. It's very harmful to them. Certainly you have understood correctly that no law in the world will be able to accuse you of anything. But turn to your consciousness. Those born on June 10th are people too, and they have a right to be happy. Even if you're tired of their untidiness and personal hygiene, desire to wear old, worn out, repeatedly resoled pieces of clothes, admiring their soiled bedding. If you get brutally enraged by the crunch under your feet from the dirty floor in their house, unthinkable quantity of plastic bags, books, magazines that nobody reads, newspapers, crossword puzzles, tortured flowers at their windows. Yes, all this is awful and disgusting. But it's not a cause to unconsiderately and furthermore publicly speak from your point of view about their laws. Remember that they are hurt. It irritates them terribly and seriously undermines their health. Why lead them up to a hysteric? In fact, they will become absolutely uncontrollable. If they have a motorcycle or a car, and motorcycle and car they love very much, your attitude can lead them to death. To provoke reckless driving that sooner or later will end in an accident with severe injuries or even death. So be more cautious, ladies and gentlemen. Try to be careful with June 10th. They are talented. They have a magnificent ear for music, tremendous acting and transformation abilities. They're wonderful in their urge to become monuments for mankind during their life. and they can adequately become bronze statues in the great happiness of the geniuses, frequently unrecognized but desperately wishing to make something outstanding. And let it occur only in their dreams. It's not that important. The main thing is to support them in their aspiration to do the maximum for the benefit of society. It's very simple to stop their aspiration. It's enough to point out their mistakes, and at once they become distracted from their great goal. They are vulnerable, therefore it's not necessary to do this. It's better to compliment, to admire, to applaud. Then they will rise at once, become inspired, will try to do more and better. Just think, those born on June 10th live near you. Do not harm anybody. They're normal. But do not like any use of violence on them. Speak to them in a positive way more often. Even after that they altogether stop doing a task that they began and switch to something else. They can start cooking, for example. Cooking is their uncooled passion, and that is good. With more care, they can be well fed, fat, and kind. Will sleep a lot, watch movies, listen to music, go through books while laying down. Look at works of art on the internet, lisp at their own as well as other people's children, and teach everybody how to live. They will continue to feed themselves their favorite donuts, which they will bake themselves, together with bananas and grapes, and wash them down with their favorite tea. Again, I remind you, ladies and gentlemen, be softer towards those born on June 10th. They do not need that much. When they're well fed and taken care of, this subspecies structure will give a good offspring and will raise him or her with care, which quite possibly is at the core of their lives. Certainly, you will have to make a choice of your own. And well, our business as researchers is to pull these secrets about born on June 10th, and not only those born on June 10th, into light and to warn. Just like the Department of Health, which warns that smoking damages health. And now I have to say goodbye to you. Look out for new shows, because it is possible that the next story will be about you personally. There is a lot of interesting information in the catalog of human population.